Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
He. And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the... Okay, that was a weird one. Oh, hail and I was trying to do something weird. I don't know. Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Dive, the Double Ds, where you, the audience, are in charge. And today will be a day of pain. Pain I've caused myself. Pain that I have been asked to suffer. And I did a bad last night. A couple of you know what it is. I did a bad last night. I had a lot of... I didn't have much to do last night between, being done with dinner, finishing Cats, and then having to do Stream of Conscious not till 11. So I had some time to just waste. I didn't feel like I had nothing ready to play because what we're playing right now is solo stream. I haven't started a solo game for myself or anything like that. It's like, I'm out of anime. I finished all my anime to watch. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to just open up my glorious Star Trek The Next Generation collection. I'm going to pull out a random disc, and I'm going to watch an episode from the random disc. So I just reached in, opened up, and I thought, okay, I'm looking at season 4. I'm just going to pull a season 4 disc. And something horrible happened. I reached in and took out a disc, and I put it into the PS5. And after a couple of seconds, I realized, why do I hear it spinning and it's not acknowledging that the disc is ready to play? So I hit the eject button, I pulled it out, and I discovered... I'm sorry. Don't let kids watch this. I broke one of my discs when I took it out of the thing. And I was devastated because at first I thought it was season 4, disc 1, which meant I couldn't watch the Best of Both Worlds Part 2 if I wanted to. On closer examination, it is season 4, disc 4, which means we don't have Geordi falling in love with holographically Brahms. Another Troy gets mind fucked, but the only episode on here that's really good is Cupid, where Q turns everybody into the crew into Robin Hood and his merry men. But I felt terrible, and I'm so careful. I'm so careful. But this is only the second time I've ever opened one of these up. And you look at the way this is a horrible design, by the way. You see right here, here's the folder, and it clicks open. What I think happened was, because I remember feeling this, I reached in there to grab it, and what happened was, you see these discs right here. This is where this one was. It was right here. I think my finger was pulling on this as I was pulling on this, and that started it. It started to break, and I didn't realize it. And then when I realized, oh, why isn't it pulling? And I pulled too hard, and then when I opened it and I went to take it out, I must have pulled and broken it. And it's not some of the best episodes, but I got over it because I still watched some Star Trek. I put in a couple discs. I watched a couple of really good Worf episodes last night. And but the horrible thing now is that my beautiful physical media collection of TNG is now it's ruined because I am now missing a disc. Now of course, Adam, you can replace it digitally. Yes, I know, but it's not the same. And I'm hoping that there are individual seasons for the Blu-rays. I mean, that's one way to replace it, but it's not the original part of this set now. And I still feel horrible. I feel terrible. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I've never done this in my entire life. I am so careful. I mean, once in a while, something will get scratched. It's going to happen after use. But I've never broken anything. Mr. I pray, I protect your physical media. Collect it. Look what I did. Look what I did. I am disgusted with myself, but I blame them. This is and I was talking to Sam about this last night on Stream of Conscious. This is a terrible design for a collection where these things are hard and they're really stuck on there. I mean, you want to see what a good collection looks like? All right, hold on. Let me show you what a good complete series looks like right here in terms of storage. All right, let's get these off of here. Watch everything fall. Be my luck today. See, almost pulled Batman out. Careful. Let's just put those there. Okay, so here we go. Here's SG1. SG1, all 10 seasons, okay? SG1, all 10 seasons. Let's make some room here. Now, not a perfect design because it's falling apart, but I'll take the one that isn't falling. One of these, yeah, I'll take this one that isn't falling apart. So this is the back half of the series. This is so look at this. Nice. Look at this design right here. Nice, safe sleeves. Of course, I have shorts on. I wear shorts all the time. What you think I was pantsless? Look at it. This is how you do a collection. Nothing dangerous here. Whoop, look at that. Comes out easy, no damage. No damage. This is how you do a complete season. This is how you do it. They got this one right. I'm heartbroken right now. I'm heartbroken. I damaged my beautiful collection. Okay, come on, go back on, please. Come on. I'm just gonna leave this here. Put it away later. Although that looks stupid now with the. All right, I got to put it back. It looks really bad with the hole in the there. It looks really bad. We gotta put it back. We at least gotta put this back. There we go. Now we'll put everything. Ah, shit. Lord of the Rings falling apart. Yeah, dusty. I'm terrible about dusting. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. There we go. What butthole? These. My pants aren't falling down. My pants aren't falling down. I am perfectly fine here. All that stuff. So I feel bad today because of that. I feel really bad. Why can't they put these things in good packaging? See, I understand this. See, I get that. So yeah, I gotta be more careful. I thought I was being careful, and my finger didn't realize what it was pulling on, I think is what it was in the end. So hopefully one of these days I can at least get a replacement of some sort in there. But yeah. So that was last night. I felt pretty bad for a while, but we move on. And this was, because I had to do this after I watched Cats. I needed to fix my brain. Because yes, today we will have Chat made me watch his reviews. And Cats 2019 is one of the worst things I've ever seen. One of the worst things I've ever seen. It's terrible. A so-called Broadway play that was on Broadway forever. One of the trashiest, most ridiculous things I've ever seen. And you're gonna watch me. We're not gonna spend very long on it because there's nothing to that movie. There's nothing to it. It's a CGI monstrosity meant for furries to jerk off to. And they roped some really great actors and actresses into that. So it was an abomination. It was ridiculous. It was terrible. And I suffered for your enjoyment. So we'll go over that. I don't have much else to start off with. I mean, nothing. I mean, I have the usual things that I am, rolling my eyes hard at. The Star Wars, Disney Star Wars stands are still, pretending this Hunt for Ben Solo thing is a thing. I didn't turn yesterday's rant into anything because it was just a rant. It wasn't an organized discussion. It was just me ranting. So, and also nothing new really. My 4-part series is still relevant. There's no new information. They're just all retarded. But anything else going on? I mean, I have some thoughts on a bunch of things, but I have yet to coalesce them into a relevant discussion topic. I'm waiting for that ping where I've got the idea. It's like, okay, here's where we can roll with it. Let's see where we go there. But otherwise, the rules are the same with one slight alteration. Isn't there anymore? $5 gets you an Adam rant of your choosing. If you want to just trigger me or something like that. And $10 gets you the question asking, Adam, how do you feel about this? Adam, how do you feel about that? We'll go down a rabbit hole together, have a discussion. You, me, the wall, the tree, the chat. $15 gets you a hot take insta reaction to an article we may come across in the news, or you may have found one and said, hey, let's throw this his way, see how it reacts. $20, everybody's favorite, I think. The reaction to videos. And then, of course, $30 gets you Chat made me watch this reviews. Today we have one of those, as I said, Cats 2019, courtesy Kratos. And I will tell you how bad it was. It is terrible. Always with the penetration. Where do you come up with these things, you crazy ginger? Listen, there were no. I was expecting digital cat buttholes, and apparently the version I got sanitized. There were no digital cat buttholes. I remember seeing digital cat buttholes in the trailer back in 2019, and here there were no digital cat. I didn't create digital cat buttholes out of nowhere. It was, I knew it was there, but they weren't there last night because God help me, I was waiting for them because I wanted the reaction. But no, there were no digital cat buttholes in this one. So I was at least spared that. No, I wasn't looking for them. I was just expecting them because I remember them existing. And the theatrical version had digital cat buttholes. It did. I remember the conversations. I remember seeing it in the trailer. And what I got last night didn't have it, and I was thankful for that. I didn't want to see James Corden with a digital cat butthole. All right? I didn't want to see that. Swear to God. This movie was creepy enough as it was, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We got to get through everything else. Okay. Sad thing is, Sam and I had a really sad discussion last night about the reality of YouTube. Apparently, the guy we call Papa Susan, the guy who took over Susan Wojcicki after she passed away, we didn't know how good we had it with her. She was terrible, but at least she wasn't trying to destroy her own platform. Apparently, this guy, according to the research Sam has done, this guy hates his own platform that he's CEO of. He is actively trying to destroy this platform, which might explain the so many problems we have. So it's sad that a lot of us are working so hard to try and make something, or create a basis of operation to create bigger and larger, greater things. And the man in charge of it is actively destroying the platform that many people are trying to make a living on. I mean, if you're established, you're going to keep making your living. You're fine. You've got to build an audience, but it's hard to build an audience at this point forward. It really is. It's hard. And I am a testament to that. It's very difficult. You guys are great. You're the core. You're here all the time. You support me, and you've saved me many times this year. Literally, you saved me. But we've hit that wall where barely anybody new comes in because of the way they run this platform. They keep new channels, new small creators from growing. So, I mean, that's the thing. He doesn't realize that he has a TV network. He has thousands upon thousands of channels that provide content. They do it. A lot of them not paid to do it, but they do it. It already is the biggest TV network in the world with thousands of free channels, and it's ridiculous to destroy that. It's absolutely ridiculous. And there is no real alternative. I mean, Rumble's a lie. I'm going to say it. Rumble is a lie. They're not really free speech. And they care even less about small creators. They only care about you if you're popular to push you. Odyssey is, I don't trust Odyssey. Anybody that wants to pay me in crypto, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Kick is around. It has its own problems. Fuck Twitch. And what else is there? Nothing. If for all the options, YouTube is it, man. YouTube is it. And the man in charge is actively making it worse to be here. But you know what? I'm not giving up. You shouldn't give up either if you're working at it. What you need to do, what we need to do, we need to brute force this. That's right. We need to brute force this. We need to actively just keep trying to bring people in. And I'm not talking about people giving me shout outs. I'm talking about you, the audience, doing the best you can to share it. I do what I can to make content that's interesting. So we have to brute force it. We have to grow the audience and create a solid foundational people that enjoy my content and the content of the people I work with. You know, we're trying to get Dermy to grow. We're trying to do all that kind of stuff too. I mean, we have to brute force this. We have to grab it ourselves and hold on tight. Like you're grabbing onto a nice juicy ass or a great pair of tits. You want to hold on tight and you don't want to let go. And you want to just move it in there and keep moving it in there. Over. I turned it 30. Look what I did. I turned it 30. Point is, we're going to have to just make it happen ourselves. YouTube is not going to help me. They're not going to push me. And we know shout outs. I don't expect a shout out, and shout outs don't really work because then you just get empty subs. You don't get real subs. You get empty subs. You need to do something where people come in, see what you're doing, and enjoy it and stay around. That's what we need to do. We just need to keep doing that. And I will keep providing my unique form of entertainment. Anyway, here we go. So what do we got today? So we're going to go over the news. I got a topic may pop up as we're talking. And turned it 30. Listen. No. We were past the cat buttholes. You dirty little lolfell. Listen, they're nice to look at. I wouldn't touch a slut, but I will look at it. I'm only human. I'm only human. All right. I mean, you're not going to take a slut home to be mobbing. It's dangerous if you're gonna stick anything in there. But if they still look hot and you're still gonna look and appreciate what you're looking at, there's a thing. So, oh my God, all right. We're getting away from this. Let's get into the news. I got nothing else. Let's get into the news and see what we got there while you guys consider if you want to torture me in any other way, shape, or form. Let's refresh. I have a feeling there are some things here today that are going to generate some conversation, whether or not we go deep into the articles or not. I know a couple that some that I found earlier today that I'm now seeing spreading across the shill landscape, and a couple things that I did find that I think I'm going to say for this weekend, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, we'll start as usual with variety and all its ridiculousness. Let me share. I'm gonna get a drink of water. We're talking straight for 20 minutes here. All right, variety. Let's go. Listen, AI drives big tech layoffs bloodbath. Indie streamer dropout raises price and fans cheer. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to cry. I am not crying about the AI apocalypse. I'm not. You want to cry about it? That's your prerogative. I'm not going to cry about it. It's a tool. Learn to use the tool or don't. Like I said, every time this comes up, as someone who doesn't have the talent to physically create a video game, but I have the ideas, the stories that maybe make good video games. If I could somehow learn to use the tool very simply, very user friendly, to make a sort of a rough version of the game and then hand it over to people who are good game developers. Say, here's what I've done. Here's what I want it to look like. Now make this happen. Here's the money. Make it happen. If I could use that, it's a tool, and I would damn straight I'd use it to build the perfect game in my mind. I would goddamn use it and say, here you go. Here's my rough thing playing with a very user-friendly tool. Now here you are the real people who will develop and make this. Here's your roadmap that I've created. Now take this and make it using the traditional way. Go. Nothing wrong with that. If you have a problem with that, I think you need to get out of science fiction land where you're afraid of AI overlords, where there's never been anything in history that's proven that. Everybody that's afraid of AI taking over, it's science fiction. It isn't real. There's no actual evidence. It's just something Isaac Asimov and a bunch of other lunatics thought up at one point, and everybody took it and ran with it. Oh, no, if you make a thinking machine, it's going to take over the world. We're all dead. Grow up. Grow up. Right now, it's just a tool, and it's not doing anything unless a human controls it or programs it, and you can pull the plug. Very simple. You don't like what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I am being brutally honest. I'm not here to be a people pleaser. A good Ariel's right. EMP blast. There you go. Excuse me. Okay. Apple TV said spy thriller safe houses from Homeland Emmy winner Gideon Raff. Sure. Somebody tell me if it's all right. Maybe. Kevin Feige makes transformational gift to USC School of Cinematic Arts. I'm Kevin Feige. Please remember me for doing good things, even though I've destroyed the MCU because I'm a horrible leader. White House uses Taylor Swift's "The Fate of Ophelia" in pro-Trump TikTok video, despite his previous anti-Swiftie comments. No, I don't think that has anything to do with anti-Swift comments. I think that's done purely to troll people. It's to troll the Swifties. What? Oh yeah, Ariel's leaving us to go have a date with Dom. Thanks, Ariel. Thanks. You guys have fun. Goodbye, Ariel. Okay. Inside David Ellison's dramatic first 100 days at Paramount, courting Tom Cruise blockbusters, forcing ties with Trump, and daring anyone else to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. I guess. Listen, he's done. I don't care what he's done. He's made a mistake. He hasn't completely destroyed Kurtz with Trek, and he's going back to JJ Trek. Seth Meyers mocks Trump, so he's a loser. Always was, never funny. Rise of AI job killing machines. If you learned how to use the tool, you'd still have a job. That simple. Charlie Plummer, Stephen Graham, Toni Collette, Anthony Hopkins starring in Ibelin, inspirational World of Warcraft drama. What? That a lot of that sounds like words put together that shouldn't be together. Predator Badlands. The Prey director returns with an inspired new entry that has us rooting for the Slayer. I'm not watching this, Josh, but Dre's going to watch it, and he'll report back this Sunday on Roundtable. Paramount TV, George Cheeks, whatever. You're firing people there still. Regina King, don't give a fuck. She's a monster. Dead Man's Wire opens, don't care. Anything else here? This guy's going to host a veterans thing. Good for that. Show respect to the veterans. Tatiana Maslany will star with some other dude in Berlin Set Any Other Night. Lucky, whatever. It's Tatiana Maslany, who is a talented actress, but is a dumb bitch. Clearly, she's not in Avengers. She's a dumb bitch, though. I don't care about the Begonia. They keep pushing this Begonia movie with Emma Stone, who's also a dumb bitch. Cheyenne Woodley still has a career? Wow. To play long-distance runner in psychological thriller Ultra, Mr. Smith and WME Independent launching series. Wow, she has a career still. Amazing. I thought she'd given up. Anything else here of interest? I saw Obsidian? Startup Studio City. Okay, yeah, I thought it was Obsidian Gaming. But, yeah. We'll go one more before we move on. Arab stars Ahmed Helmi, Hind Sabri set for animal welfare drama, His Weakest Creatures. Sure. Whatever. None of this is interesting. Bob Iger-backed AI companion company Genies launches avatar creation tool for celebrities' talent agencies. Just what we need. Some celebrity with their AI avatar to talk more bullshit. I mean, is this thing, you're supposed to connect to anybody with this shit? Are you kidding me? This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Spotify tops 700 million monthly users in quarter 3. Revenue climbed 7%. It all comes back to user fundamentals, says outgoing CEO Daniel Ek. Sure, people like Spotify. It's got a lot of music. I don't give a fuck about Spotify. I don't listen to it, never use it. Used it twice to find some copyright-free stuff that I used for a couple of intros. That's it. That is it. But good for Spotify. I don't know. Do you guys like Spotify? I really don't care about Spotify. Atomic Paradise trains indigenous lens on Pacific nuclear testing at Taiwan Creative Content Fest. Sure. Nintendo Switch 2 sales crossed 10 million units. Moving quickly, but as we close out the year, I don't think it'll top 20 million by the end of the year. We only got 2 months left. Let's see, July, August, September, October. In 4 months, 10 million. That's pretty good. 10 million units, 4 months. But they're not going to break 20 before the year's over. They're not going to. Now, maybe if they had launched at the beginning of the year, I still think Nintendo had originally planned to do a holiday launch for the Switch 2. And I will call it a botch. I also call the Switch 2 launch a botched launch with the way they rolled it out. It was rushed because they were desperate to regain the narrative after the leakers were all right. And they were so butthurt over that. They just said, fuck it, we're putting it out now without all the fanfare we had planned, without the exact gaming library, without the library we had ready. So I still think they meant to drop this in the holidays. And I think it would have done way better if every game that's out now had been a launch title than this piecemeal drop they've been doing since July. It's just my opinion. It's my opinion. I'm not arguing its success. I just think it still would have been done better. It could have been done better, and we would have been a whole lot bigger. Jason Isaacs, Tom Vaughn, Lawler to star in Steve Kenny's feature debut, Silverback. Okay. Jason Isaacs, good actor. Don't care. Dick Cheney died. Don't give a fuck. Ariana Grande missing Wicked for Good world premiere in Brazil due to flight issues. I'm so heartbroken. Well, you're a dumb bitch too. Let's move on. I'm done here. Nothing interesting here anymore. Okay. Doctor Who spinoff introduces new name for classic race. It's racist to say Sea Devil. They had a different title here when I loaded up. They called it Homo something. They had something else there. That's a good point, Nick. It's a good point. I mean, they're launching when everything else is launched. I mean, and well, it goes back to the conversation we actually had a couple weeks ago on Roundtable. And there is no console war anymore. There hasn't been. And what we have left is Sony and Nintendo, neither of which are competing against each other. Sony and Nintendo are not competing. Nintendo is doing its own thing. Well, I mean, Kratos, I don't think Nintendo has competition because Nintendo isn't competing. They're doing their own thing. They don't care what anybody else does. And now Sony is the last one standing because we don't care what Xbox is going to do. Even if they manage to squeak out one more console in the next round, it's not going to be anything that anybody's going to care about. So Sony's competing with itself. That could be a good or a bad thing. We'll have to see. And we had this discussion, and we came to the conclusion in the end that Nintendo has no incentive to innovate anymore because it doesn't see anything as direct competition. And we'll know we'll know in about 5 or 6 years with the next round, maybe a little bit longer, whatever they make the next console is. Do they just make a Switch 3 with minor improvements, or do they go back to the innovative board? We won't know. And it's hard to really know because they aren't competing with Sony. I mean, you may be right, Kratos, or they may be competing with in terms of there may be some competition with the Steam Deck, but I don't quite see that. I see Nintendo will continue to do what Nintendo does, and they won't listen to anybody, whether they're getting good or bad criticism. I mean, I have a Switch. I barely use it. I have a couple of games for it that I bought after years of waiting for games I'd be interested in. Still a couple more games out there I want to get. I have no incentive personally to get a Switch 2 because every game that I want to play, I can play on the PS5 or on PC if I would so choose, if my PC was strong enough to play those games. I mean, you go to Nintendo for their exclusives, their first-party games, and they have the loyal fan base, and they have a lock on Pokemon. After that, it's not it. But people who are Nintendo guys and gals, that's what they're there for. That's what they're there for, and they're happy. And Nintendo knows it. Nintendo knows it, and I mean, the Switch is the fastest selling console of all time right now. Had the best launch of all time. Where it's going to end up, I posed a theory earlier this year. It could end up as the largest selling console of all time with its built-in base of the Switch 1. But right now, there has in the intervening months since the launch, there is a certain section of the original Switch base that says, I have no reason to get a Switch 2. I'm still happy with the Switch 1. So what it boils down to, for me, at least the way I look at it, is Nintendo will keep doing what Nintendo does. And they're going to make a lot of fucking money. It's that simple. And Sony will make a lot of money. I don't think Sony gets out of the console business now because now they own the field. They own the field of the high-powered console. Think about Nintendo consoles. They've never been high-powered. They've never tried to compete with the brute force capability of a PS5 or an Xbox, whatever you want to call it, whatever the subtitle is for their things now. They never tried to compete. They're a generation behind. The Switch 2 is a PS4. It's not a competitor in the current generation of consoles. So nobody's competing. So essentially, the original statement of this is Nick was correct. Nintendo doesn't have competition. But the way I look at it, Nintendo's not trying to compete, and Sony's not trying to compete with Nintendo either. Last time, and I forget who it was that brought this up, but in the conversation, I forget who it was. Last time Sony and Microsoft tried to compete directly with Nintendo during the Wii era, where they came out with their motion shit, crap. They learned their lesson. It's like, you know what? Let's not try to do this. Let's not try to compete. Let's not try to do that. Let's do what we're good at. Just make these big ass fucking consoles that cost a little bit too much money. So as I see it going forward, the gaming landscape, you have 3 areas. And as someone like myself, I dip a toe in every pool, as it were. You've got your consoles, you got your power gaming console, the PlayStation. No, add a number after it, that's what it'll be. They're going to keep going. They won this pseudo war that we've been in. You've got Nintendo, who is a console, but they, as we described it last week as well, it's that hybrid, portable, home. They are the king of that. They'll probably still continue to be the king of that. And they keep doing their thing. And then you've got PC land. You got your PC gaming, which is bigger than both Nintendo and Sony. PC gaming is much bigger, but it's more complicated because it still does cost more. Because not all of us can build our own PCs. We are not all capable of that. Those of you who can, you can do it for much cheaper and you get the job done. Those of us who cannot, though, we must pay a bit more because we don't all have somebody who can walk in and help us build it. So, and also there are a lot more. And as big as PC gaming is, one of the problems is a lot of the big games that are console first and come later to PC, there are always going to be problems because the localization from console to PC is not an easy process, and the games are always going to be a little broken first as they fix them or let the modding community fix it. But gaming is what it is, and it's fun and it's great, and it's there for everybody unless you're a fucking tourist. I'm going to bring this up real quick. I'm going to bring this one up real quick. I'm going to bring this up right here, where I replied to this just because I see retarded Final Fantasy stuff, and I'm going to reply and call it out because I'm very hot on the whole tourist thing right now. I saw this one right here earlier today. Sarah, from the character from Final Fantasy 13, Lightning's little sister. Sarah's English voice actor is Laura Bailey, who is part Filipino. So, in turn, this makes Sarah Filipino. And since Lightning is related to Sarah, this makes Lightning Filipino. So, in conclusion, Lightning and Sarah Farron are both Filipino. Thank you for listening. Fucking tourists. Stay the fuck. Gaming is for everybody except for fucking idiots like this. Stay the fuck out of my games. Now, I'm not gonna grab a banner and defend Final Fantasy 13. I did that, and I am ashamed of it for a long time. But stay the fuck out of my RPGs. Stay the fuck out of gaming. Go the fuck away. You are a fucking retard. Let's look at their profile. Been having these weird thoughts lately. A Pinterest. Fuck. Retards. Well, here's the problem, Biggles. Here's the problem when you say that. And spoilers for Final Fantasy 13, I apologize. First of all, these are 2 white girls. All right. Sarah and Lightning, or Claire, if we're going to use Lightning's real name. They're white girls. Pink-haired white girls with nice bodies. All right. When you complete Final Fantasy 13, when you do Lightning Returns, The final thing after you beat that stupid final boss fight that is retarded because it requires you to use a mechanic that if you're smart enough, you ignored the whole game because you could brute force your way through using it. You know what the conclusion is to Final Fantasy 13? The new world they make that everybody gets sent to and saved from the collapsing world. It's Earth. And Lightning is in France, the final thing, looking for Sarah as they've all been reincarnated. I hated that. I defended these games for so long, and I was like, that's it. No, I'm done. Yes, you are not wrong. Listen, I have perused many interesting Lightning and Sarah stuff in the past. I'm not gonna lie. I listen. I will appreciate beauty when I see it, and that's a pretty voice actress too. She's pretty too. It's a lot of beauty here, both digital and real, but they're not Filipino. But they're all on Earth. Point is, they all do end up on Earth, but they are still not Filipino. This is retarded. So when I say gaming, I love gaming for everybody, but people like this, fucking retards. Fucking retards. Stay the fuck out of gaming with shit like that. Agenda-driven bullshit. Yes, I'm a horny man. Moving on. Nintendo finally releases a good Metroid Prime 4 Beyond trailer 8 years after game's announcement. And nobody's going to care. People who are Nintendo fans are going to get it. And people who are not Nintendo, I guess that kind of adds on to the conversation. They don't care about a Metroid Prime 4. They don't care. They do not care. Last Metroid game I played, Super Metroid. Last Metroid game I played. It was so relaxing, like my brain actually wasn't operating. The Batman star Robert Pattinson casually confirms he's in Dune 3. You guys know how I feel about Denny Dune. Abomination. There is no way, and calling it Dune 3 is so retarded because the first one was he just split the first story in two. There's only the Messiah is the second story. And Denny Villeneuve up his ass has already screwed that story over with what he did with the conclusion to Dune. Screwed it all over. All done. There is no way he can salvage this. None. And then he's walking away. And then you're left, because what sounds like what they're doing is they're combining Messiah and Children of Dune into one movie. Which is there was the miniseries, but they did that over about 9 hours. One movie, they did the first part, 2-3 hours was Messiah, and then they spent 6 hours doing Children of Dune in the miniseries from Sci-Fi Channel, which is great. I have it right behind me on the rack there. They're going to cram Messiah and Children into probably 2.5-3 hours and shit all over it and fuck it up. And then God help the person that's got to make God Emperor, because God Emperor should not be made. God Emperor should just be done as a kind of overview of what happens. It's a very boring book. Important things happen, and it's great. It's an important book, a lot of great important setup, but it's not an exciting story. Good stuff doesn't happen until Heretics. That's when shit gets good. Point is, Dune 3 is going to be a fucking disaster, and I can't wait to shit all over it. Everybody that liked Dune 1 and Dune 2 were conned. You were conned. Actual Dune fans know the truth, and we tried to tell you, but you don't want to listen. After Fortnite fans react to uproar over the need to rebuy pets just to change their full fur color, Epic Games is now asking for feedback on Sidekicks' unpopular restorations. I don't care. I don't care. If you're crying over that kind of shit with Fortnite, you're already having a problem because you're playing Fortnite. Microsoft announces Xbox Game Pass November 2025. Nobody cares. People are unhappy. Don't care. Warhammer Survivors is Vampire Survivors with both Warhammer 40K and Age of Sigmar built in. I don't know what this is. Maybe we should come back to this one tomorrow on Warhammer Wednesday. Fortnite Chapter 7 teases Kill Bill crossover points to USA setting. Then why is that a picture of The Rock? Why are they talking about Kill Bill and giving us a picture of The Rock? That was that in the hang on, was that in the request? Hold on a second. Yeah, okay, you did. Okay, god damn it. Forgot about that. Shit. Ugh. Goddamn. Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii becomes first video game creator awarded Order of the Rising Sun by Japanese government. Well, that's awesome. That man created a fantastic series. I'm looking forward to getting the HD 2D trilogy that is now out completely. And I'm gonna hopefully. The problem is, I was looking at it. The Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D had dropped down to like $38. It's skyrocketed back up to its full price right now. So now I'm just gonna sit there and wait till Black Friday or Cyber Monday and hopefully get a price reduction when I try to get that trilogy for myself for this year. Because there's like the only couple of games I really want for the holiday that's out right now. There's some games next year, but that's next year. What about that next year? If GTA 5's canceled Trevor Story DLC had come out, Rockstar probably wouldn't have been able to make Red Dead Redemption 2, Dan Houser insists. That's not a conversation I could take part in because I don't play Rockstar games. Coca-Cola sparks backlash with new entirely AI-generated holiday 2025 ad insists the genie is out of the bottle and you're not going to put it back in. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. God damn it, Kel. Stop with the buttholes. God damn it. Just put a ball gag in it. U.S. Patent Office boss orders re-examination of Nintendo's controversial summon character and let it fight Pokemon patent, which IP expert claims further undermines credibility of its case against Palworld. Oh no, it's all falling apart. All right, this proves right now, Nintendo should have just let it go. Being litigious bitches over Palworld has now led to they could lose whatever patents they have. This isn't good. This is falling apart for them. Don't be a litigious bitch. Palworld did nothing wrong. They were existing in their own little thing, and people were going there. People were going to still play fucking Pokemon. Perfect example. Dermy played Palworld. Will play Palworld again. He's still playing Pokemon. And Dermy's a diehard Pokemon fan, but he enjoyed Palworld too. We're going back to Palworld next year when 1.0 when it leaves early access. Kel is going to reset the server. Now that they fixed the cross play problems, I can play on my PS5 and the game won't be shit because it doesn't play well on my PC. So I can play it on PS5. It'll be fine. And we will have fun. Fresh, brand new. I'm going to wipe it all, start from the beginning. It'll be great. And in the end, it never was hurting Nintendo's control on their what's the word I want? Customers. They were still going to have their customers for Pokemon. Their fans who will buy it all the time. Palworld was just going to exist, but no. Nintendo had to be litigious bitches and probably go back on the backroom handshake they had with Pocket Pair. There was a backroom handshake. There had to be. And then Nintendo got scared when people were saying, wow, look what Palworld did. Why didn't Nintendo do this? And suddenly, boom, here we are. And now it's falling apart. Should have just let it go. Let it go. Okay, Switch 2. Sales, we were talking about that. Rockstar co-founder doesn't think GTA will leave the U.S. I mentioned that yesterday. Talked about that yesterday. Okay, Highlander will allow Russell Crowe to do what Ridley Scott said no way to on Gladiator. I have read this article. I thought about talking about it today, but I thought, you know what? Since Jed and I just talked Highlander last weekend, I'm gonna save this one for this weekend. Since it's Cavill Highlander news. Long story short, Jed, you can ruminate on this one. Russell Crowe is Ramirez. It's official. Russell Crowe is Ramirez, and he will be speaking with a Spanish accent. So, lists other members of the cast. So we will do some speculation. I hope to God Batista is not Kurgan. I really do. I fucking hate Batista. I despise Batista as a person and as an actor. I liked him as a wrestler, okay, back in the day. But, so yeah, we'll talk about more this week, and we'll get Jed's thoughts on that since he's new to the franchise and he had some really interesting takes on it. But especially with the Ramirez stuff, there was some takes on Ramirez, so I'll be interested on that. And that's kind of it. We're into yesterday now. Let's check out what's going on over here. Park Place. Erica Kirk reveals Jimmy Kimmel offered to apologize, didn't when she wouldn't appear on the show. I like that story. That shows you that Jimmy Kimmel is a piece of shit, and he just wanted to try and manipulate it to his own advantage. He doesn't really care. He really is a soulless fuck. Editorial: Rachel Zegler PR rewrite in Glamour is Hollywood fantasy at its finest. Yes, I didn't read this article, but I read a different article this morning on Rachel Zegler's Glamour statements, pretending that Snow White is great and that she was beloved as Evita during that shit show that nobody went to see in England. So the Rachel Zegler push has begun again, guys. It's happening. They're trying to make her a thing again. Whoopi Goldberg melts down over on-air legal note clarification on The View after falsely claiming President Trump uses an auto pen for pardons. Ah, you dumb bitch. I hate you. I even hate Guinan. I hate Guinan now because of her. YouTube TV rejects Disney Election Day request. ABC will stay dark during high-stakes broadcasts. We talked about that yesterday. Led to discussions how YouTube realizes it doesn't have to bend the knee to Disney. It doesn't have to. Which makes it even more astonishing that YouTube, to what we talked about earlier, just it makes it all more difficult to just like make it make sense. But yeah, so nobody's watching ABC Network. The only chance they had to watch it was maybe online, and now it's dark. Why don't you just put it on Disney Plus, huh? Why don't you put ABC on Disney Plus? See how that works. How do you like that? I mean, Disney has its own streaming network. Why don't you just air the election on Disney Plus for people, huh? Put it on Hulu. Put it on ESPN. Oh, wait. The drooling idiots who have Disney Plus aren't interested in that kind of stuff. Ooh, what a problem. Photos. That was yesterday. Rachel Zegler defends Snow White. I just mentioned that. And that looks like it's it. That's it. That's the news. I'm sticking to it. You guys can have some thoughts if you want me to react to anything directly saw that without like my general thoughts, without even looking into it. Let's see. We got anything here? Oh, dear. Oh, Kratos, El Kratos. You're not watching Predator Badlands? Yes, you are. Hopefully it's better than Cats in the Room. Well, oh, man. Thank you, Kratos, for $30. I have to now do that. I guess. All right, I'm gonna do that for Thursday because I don't have time today anywhere because when we're done here tonight, I have to do a bunch of things, and then I gotta go vote. I gotta go vote later this afternoon. So we're streaming Tactics tonight. So I don't have time to do it tonight. So I will watch that tomorrow, and we'll do that review on Thursday, since I don't generally stream on Wednesday nights unless I'm out of things to do. So I will watch Badlands tomorrow. Oh boy. Thank you, Kratos, for another fun evening of entertainment that I'm going to have to deal with. According to Grace Randolph, it's great. She blocked me. Grace Randolph blocked me. That's one of my trophies. It's one of my trophies. I keep that. I have a folder of back when blocks were when you saw their profile and the block. I have my Grace Randolph. I'm going to show it just because I'm also delaying I'm delaying starting the Cats discussion just for another minute. I'm delaying it. Where is it? Where is it? I know I have it here. Trophies. Yeah, file. The folder is called trophies. Let's see. Which one is it? Here. Is that it? This it? Let me see. Yep, that's it. That's it. Back when they had it like that. One of my best trophies. One of my greatest trophies. Let me oops. Oh, not that one. Did it wrong. Image file. There we go. I just want to share it because I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this. There we go. So here's the look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm trying to remember what got me blocked. I think it was either Star Wars or MCU related. No, was it Barbie related? It was something around that time. And she blocked me. And I'm proud of this one. I got that. I got her. Yeah, I saw that, Kel. She's been calling people incels. Yeah, excuse me for not caring of it's I don't care. Listen, yeah, so I guess you're gonna get my take on Badlands. I'm probably gonna hate it. Dog shit. So yeah, we'll get to that one on Thursday. Thank you, Kratos, for that, and thank you, Grace, for probably letting me know that it's a shit movie. It's a shit movie. All right, let's get rid of this. Okay. No. Go away, Grace. Go away. With that said, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Once again, my friends, it is time for another Chat Made Me Watch This Reviews. Today, Cats 2019. Based on the long-running, until it finally did get kicked off of Broadway show by Andrew Lloyd Webber, who, frankly, in my opinion, has no talent. Cats. Full disclosure. Of course, as someone who's been aware of cinema and theater and all that kind of stuff, I knew that Cats existed all my life. Never saw it. Didn't know what it was about. Just knew it was a bunch of goofy motherfuckers in cat outfits on a stage. Had a bunch of songs that a bunch of queerdos and weirdos like to sing, but never cared. Never cared. So here we are. I have to watch and react to this movie. Give it my review. Chat, maybe watch his reviews. I had no idea what I was walking into, except, as you can see here, this quasi-practical digital CGI nightmare of a bunch of people in anthropomorphized cat bodies. No digital buttholes. There were no digital cat buttholes. But I walk into this, I have no what's going on, and I can honestly say this is one of the most pointless stories. I won't even call this a movie. Pointless stories I've ever witnessed. There's literally there's like maybe 5 actual minutes of dialogue in this movie. It's all singing, dancing, and prancing. And now, Adam, how can you talk? It's a musical, Adam. What to do? No, this is not a musical. This is not Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. This is not Singing in the Rain. This is not a true musical with true artistic titans like Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly. No, this is garbage. Pure, unadulterated garbage with the so-called talent of today put out there to sing. You have Taylor Swift is in this dog shit. Jennifer Hudson's in this dog shit. They roped in Idris Elba, Judi Dench, and Sir Ian McKellen. They're in this. Granted, Sir Ian and Judi Dench sing their way through these songs. They're not singing; it's the talk. It's the talk sing. And so does Idris Elba. He's not singing either. But it's ridiculous. These people in these weird CGI cat bodies. Here's the story. I can tell you the story. I'm going to go. Somebody hit a timer. I'm going to try and tell you the story in a minute. This cat right here, they call her Victoria. They talk about having her a secret name. She never gets another name. Only has the one name. Gets abandoned in an alley. I guess they're in London. She gets absorbed into this group called the Jellicoe Cats, who are choosing their Jellicoe chosen for the night. Idris Elba, McCavity, is kidnapping all his competition to be chosen as the Jellicoe Cat, who will be reborn into a new life, chosen by Judi Dench. And they just go from one song to another, introducing those who are the participants until the very end, where Victoria helps choose Jennifer Hudson's banished cat to be the reborn one. And here's the kicker. You know how they're reborn? They put them in what is essentially a hot air balloon and send them flying off into the sky. That's how they're reborn. So I have theories on this. I mean, I'm not going to talk about these characters. These aren't characters. These are people singing about what their cat does. You have fucking Rebel Wilson when she was still fat in her cat outfit, dancing around eating people in digital roach costumes. It's disgusting. And scary little digital mice too. It's freaky. You got fat James Corden. You got fat cat talk about eating. You got Idris Elba, who at first looks sort of menacing in his McCavity getup, but eventually is cat nude like everybody else. Looks fucking weird, going, McCavity. It's ridiculous. Judi Dench in a fur coat, hobbling along. Ian McKellen, just okay. He was kind of good. He's Ian McKellen. He can evoke anything. He's amazing. But it was still cringe and terrible. Singing from one thing to another. Terrible. So yeah, and then like the magician cat here just saves everybody by magically summoning Judi Dench's Deuteronomy back from where McCavity had kept her to try and kill her until it's ridiculous and it's horrible and it's just so dumb. And they're choosing this Jellicoe Cat. You get a new life, like I told you. And what new life is, they put them in a balloon and send them off. And then they're gone. It's not like they're getting picked up by an owner or anything. They're just gone. And here's my theory. This is what we're witnessing here, cats. This is cat hell. They're all dead. They're all dead. And they're choosing which cat is going to be sent out of cat hell. Because I feel like I'm in hell watching this movie. And listen, I've been shown what true dance art looks like. My mother, my sainted, beautiful, wonderful mother, she was a dancer. She was a ballet dancer in her youth. And she danced professionally in New York. She knows what good dancing looks like. I've been shown what true dance looks like. These people in this, they're going, they're doing weak ass ballet moves sometimes. And again, I've been shown this stuff, so I know what I'm talking about. I've been edumacated in this. They're terrible, and the movements they're trying to move like cats, this and that, and do kind of cat stuff. It's disgusting. Like during this one scene with this one guy about the milk bar, they're all getting drunk on milk, and there's going like or they're what? Okay, at what point you've got Sir Ian McKellen in this furry getup. He's standing there licking milk out of a plate. Gandalf licking milk out of a plate. It's wrong. It's wrong. And then this queerdo right here comes up behind him. It's like, oh, I love you. You're so great. I'm going to nuzzle you a little bit. No! I don't care if Ian McKellen is a gay man. This is beneath him. This is beneath his talent and acting power. It's terrible. He was. I'm not gonna do it because I'm not gonna make the clip for you. But he's licking milk out of a plate, and he's making cat noises. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is totally wrong. Idris Elba, badass Idris Elba, is prancing around on this skin-tight CGI cat outfit going, McCavity. He looked ridiculous. Terrible. James Gordon is a fat asshole. He looked appropriate in this. Rebel Wilson, she was doing goofy shit at that point, so her shit was being big and goofy. Taylor Swift was obnoxious. Here's the thing, too. So this is why I say this thing was made for a bunch of fucking furries. Because you can see right here, a lot of these cats, you're not really getting any of the anatomy. But Taylor Swift, they made sure to show her titties poking through. Because the Swifties have to furry jerk off to her and that. God, I bet if when she showed her digital cat butthole, they all fucking lost it. Because I bet she did in the theatrical cut. This movie's a nightmare. Nightmare brought to life. Horrible production value. Looked terrible. Sounded stupid. Nobody is talented. Even the most talented people in this are not talented. And is it better than The Room? No! The Room is better! The Room the story in this is so pathetic. The Room story makes better sense than this fucked up piece of shit. Terrible. This is an abomination, and it deserved to bomb the way it did. I'm glad that this show doesn't even exist on Broadway anymore. How it lasted so long, I don't know. Queerdos and weirdos and furries. This thing should be erased from existence. Terrible freaking movie. Terrible. It's not even a story. You Jellicle cats. Jellicle cats. Oh, fuck you, Jellicle cats. Bunch of pieces of shit. I hate this. This was horrible. Stupid. I do not recommend. I wish I could forget it, but thanks to the way my brain works, I'm going to remember it forever. See, that's the extra torture for this stuff. I've got partial photographic memory, especially for visual stuff like this. I'm going to remember this shit forever. I'm not going to forget it. I thought they were going to tear her apart at one point in this. Very weird and sexual. Very weird and sexual, this movie. And it makes it weird because it's fucking people and CGI cat. Look at this. Look at these. This is all nightmare. They all look like this throughout the whole movie. And they're prancing around. It's terrible. F this movie. F everybody involved in it. F whatever asshole, whatever cat butthole it got crapped out of. Cats 2019. Terrible. There you go. There you go. No more. It was bad. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen. No fucking sense at all. All right. It seems as though you guys have seen me suffer enough for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in this insanity. Tonight, probably around somewhere between 8 and 9, we got Final Fantasy Tactics, Evil's Chronicles. We might finish it up. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Hello. We've got a triggered little bitch. I am a troll. I troll fake fan stans like you. The fact that you were so triggered, you came here to call me sad. You're the sad one. Look how sad you are to crawl out of X Twitter and try and come into my audience and my stream just to try and dunk on me, Mr. Handstand. Why don't you handstand onto a pole up your ass? How about that? The fact that my very and it's soft trolling lately. It's soft trolling. Oh, I'm a gatekeeper. I'm a gatekeeper. Yes, I am a gatekeeper because you are a fake fan. If you are clearly a Disney Star Wars, you are clearly a Disney Star Wars stan. That's immediately right here. You're here. You're here because, oh, you're running. You're a coward. He's going to run. Look at that. Couldn't take it. He ran. He ran. Look at that. He's gone, guys. Couldn't handle it. He ran away. Thought he could get an easy dunk, and he ran. Thank you for playing. You. I almost said it. Almost my channel can do it. Look at that. He ran, guys. He ran away. Ran away. There we go. I'm a gatekeeper. Gatekeeping is a good thing. All right, here we go. Free rant. Gatekeeping is a good thing because it keeps fake fans staying piece of little shit like that out of our franchises. Somebody like that calls me a troll. I am a troll on X Twitter. I am purposely a troll. I do it just to trigger tiny testicled, limp dick motherfuckers like that who think, oh, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to embarrass him. I'm going to make it. No. Look what a coward he was. Took all of 30 seconds. Did he think I was not going to show him up? 30 seconds and he ran. I gatekept him out of here. And I will gatekeep him and every other motherfucker out there out of Star Wars. Because guess what? You motherfuckers have ruined it. You're the reason it's where it is because you're all fake fan stans who believe in agenda bullshit, who think, oh, Hunt for Ben Solo. Yay! It's going to happen. No one ever really got. Yo, well, you're gone because you ran like a little bitch. Coward. This shows you they're all fucking cowards. Each and every goddamn one of them. The minute a spotlight lands on them, the minute they're not surrounded by a circle jerk finger fuck fest, they run like the cowards that they fucking are. Every damn one of them. Fake fans and cowards. Yeah, thanks for the traction. Thanks for the interaction. Thanks. And I bet he hit the dislike button on the way out too. Doesn't matter. It's all interaction. Thank you for joining. Thank you for playing. Every time they come in here, they're cowards and they run for cover because they cannot take. They cannot take it. I bet his little weak heart was beating so quickly. Oh, look, he noticed me. Oh, I'm going to call him a gatekeeper, but I will proudly. You know what? I think finally, after 4 years, we have just stumbled upon what to call the chat, guys. You know what we are? We are the gatekeepers. There it is. Guys, you guys are the gatekeepers. Now, how's that for? Do we like this, guys? Are we okay with this? Are we now calling my chat the gatekeepers? It took a while. I knew when it happened, it would be organic. It would come from the heart. I would feel the passion and reason it would happen. We are the gatekeepers. The chat, after nearly 5 years, you guys now have a name. You are the gatekeepers. You are the gatekeepers. Are we good with this? Kratos is okay with it. Are you guys good with this? Are we good with this? Are we the gatekeepers? You are the gatekeepers. My chat is now the gatekeepers. I like this. Stop it. Don't ruin this. We're on a roll here. Do not do this. Do not make it like, do not do this. You are the gatekeepers. Hail to the gatekeepers. Hail and howdy to the gatekeepers. That is it. You guys, that is the chat new name. Thank you. Gotta love it. Always when it's always the weirdos, the fake fans, the stands. They come in here and they think they're gonna fucking own one of us. And all they have done is now giving me something I've been searching for. I had the spark of creativity. Here we are. You are the gatekeepers. No, don't make it gay. Stop making it gay. No, you're the gatekeepers. You are the gatekeepers. All right. We're gonna there's not enough of you here for a vote. You're the gatekeepers. You are the gatekeepers. We're doing that. The chat is now called the gatekeepers. I'm going with it. Don't make it gay. Do not make it gay. Please, no. Do not make it gay. All right. So today was productive. Thank you, Mr. Handstand. What a creative name that is, Mr. Handstand. Thank you for finally giving my chat a name. The gatekeepers. We are proudly gatekeepers to keep pieces of shit like you out of our franchises and fandoms. Yeah, I know, but at least give me a moment of victory here. You can at least give me a moment to be finally happy that we finally have a name for the chat. We finally have a name, and you can at least wait until next time before we make it gay. You can at least wait till next time, because of course we're gonna make it gay. So there you go, guys. You are the gate. The chat is now the gatekeepers. I am proud to be among you to protect our franchises from mewling little bitches like Mr. Handstand. All right. On that note, we are going to wrap it up. That was brilliant, though. So I'm fascinated by this. That they think they have so much. They think they're so clever. You're a gatekeeper. Yeah, I am. That's not an insult. That's a badge of honor. That's a badge of honor. That is bad. I'm even, you know what? I'm even going to rename. I'm now going to rename the memberships. I'm going to rename the memberships because of that. Memberships get new names. Proud of it. So, all right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up tonight. As I said, we got Final Fantasy Tactics, Evil's Chronicles. Then tomorrow, probably nothing. Thursday, we'll get Chat Maybe Watches reviews. Look up. Oh, really? Really? Does he have a profile on X? Link it to me. DM it to me. If you've already found it, DM it to me right now. We'll look at this right now. Let's dunk on this motherfucker some more. Let's go. Let's give the progenitor of our chat name. Let's give him a little more spotlight. If you found his handle, look him up. Look him up. Because I only did some light trolling this morning. It wasn't even that hard. I just did a little bit of light trolling this morning. And I was going to be done. Oh, Mr. Hands. No. No, I don't trust that. Oh, an older. Oh, all right. I'll look it up. Mr. Hands. No. Do I have an appropriate clip for this? I don't think I have an appropriate clip for this setup. Okay, all right, here we go.
Shut your mealy mouth.
Yeah, we're not doing that. No, we're there. Here we go. Yeah, we are not doing that. No, I now know what that is. Oh, you looked up his YouTube profile, Legatus? No, I know, Weasel. I didn't know that. What is? I know what that is. I know exactly what that is. And now that I saw it, that dude died. Okay. Thursday, Chat Maybe Watches reviews. Predator Badlands. This Saturday night drive-in this week, Jed and I will be talking Varsity Blues, James Vanderbeek, John Voight. Then we will have Roundtable this weekend. And this weekend on Saturday, during co-op gameplay, Saturday co-op, we playing Starship Troopers. You want to live forever, grunts? You want to live forever? We're not, because we're all going to die. Bugs are going to kill us all. So we're playing Starship Trooper, guys. So if you have to reinstall it, get ready for it. We're going in there. We're going in hot, going in proud. We're gonna have some fun. Play for a couple hours, yell and scream. No Mario Lopez is allowed, and we'll have some fun. So thank you, everybody. Today was a red letter day. The chat has a name. You are the gatekeepers, because some fucking twink thought he could come in here and try and get one over on us. But oh no, you failed. All you've done is made me stronger. You have given me something I was lacking for years. The chat now has a name, organically growing from a moment like this. You are the gatekeepers. Be proud. Be proud, gatekeepers. Protect it all. Protect what's left. Protect what's coming. Protect what's new. All right, guys. I will see you guys later tonight for some Final Fantasy Tactics Evil's Chronicles. So until then, you guys have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.